Hey y'all, so I'm done with my appointment and it's so bright. And quick little rant. My tech did a good job, but she did like cut me a little bit on the side, which like I'm stiff as hell when I get my nails done. The reason why is because I don't trust that I won't get cut, because I've been cut so many times. Now, my tech told me it's because I'm stiff, and sometimes like when you're too stiff and you're not like relaxing your hand, it will cause them to either cut themselves, but she cut herself before dealing with me because I moved my hand out of the way. But I was falling asleep because I'm tired. I didn't get I did not get enough rest last night, and it's hot. It's like 100 degrees today. But she cut me slightly, and then like she didn't even apologize. She was just like, you know, you're okay, and kept going. I'm like, do you want me to wash my hands? She's like, no, you okay. It wasn't like drip, drip, drip bleeding or nothing, but like it was sore. And then when she was doing some of the stuff with the acetone, like it was dripping near the area where it was cut. So, you know, alcohol, acetone, that stuff burns. I told her that burns. So I was like, girl, I'm finna go, because look, you did a good job, but when you good customer services, if you mistakenly cut somebody, whether you think it's my fault or not, you should say, you know, I'm sorry. But it did feel nice to do something for myself after running errands all morning, getting groceries all day, working all week. You know, the last 2 days running errands. Even with the hair appointment, like Josiah was there with me for half of it, so he was doing good. We weren't, you know, not getting along, or, you know, him being bored and starting to be aggravating towards me or anything, but it's just nice to do something for yourself. I'm thinking about ordering my favorite perfume because Macy's has a sale and I can get it for 15% off, as well as a gift to me, you know, just because I deserve it. But I'm trying to play it by ear. I stayed up late last night, like trying to figure out what we're doing, because next weekend we'll be in Orlando for 2 days. Really 3 days, but 2 full days. And so I have like restaurants picked out that we can try. I have outdoor activities that we could try. I have indoor activities, because when I looked at the forecast yesterday, it was predicting rain. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, wasn't planning on it raining in Orlando. So yeah, it really just depends. Like, I have money set to the side for spending, so if we're not gonna do water parks, I'm not even concerned about what we're gonna spend, because the indoor activities are so much cheaper than going to SeaWorld, you know, Universal, Aquatica, Discovery Cove, I think it's called. Like, those places are way more expensive than going to the Topgolf place equivalent that they might have in Orlando. Going to do the escape room, going to do a trampoline park. We could do 2 or 3 of those and still have enough to go out to eat and still have enough to get around. I'm just trying to figure it out. Also, pro tip, when you book a reservation at a hotel, resort, whatever, if you book it months in advance and you don't prepay, check again from an incognito window to see if the rate goes down. Because Hilton Grand Vacations, a few months ago when I booked this reservation, was gonna charge me $698 for the 3 days, right? And it's a resort, it's worth it. It's like condo style, apartment style, full kitchen. Me and my husband have a room with a door that can lock. Josiah will have a queen sofa bed to himself, the TVs, both, all of that. Some of the rooms even have washer dryer units. But y'all, tell me why when I went and looked at the incognito browser yesterday, the same equivalent room that I booked was less. Do you know I saved a reservation yesterday and canceled my old one that I made months ago when I bought these airline tickets on sale? Why am I gonna pay y'all an extra $50 just because? No ma'am. I was so happy I checked that out. And if I would have did advanced purchase rate, it would have been $600. So check frequently. You know, hold your reservation now, because it could have been a different situation where the rooms were more, or it could have been a situation where the rooms were sold out. So you do want to book and get your stuff months in advance, but sometimes it's good to check 2 weeks before. Make sure you're not paying more than you need to be. I have a goal to start traveling more, start treating myself to nicer things, throwing away old battered up stuff, getting better quality stuff. So like, I don't care about paying a bunch of money for no hair and nails, because the thing about me every 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, I'm gonna want something different. So to me, spending more than $200 on a hairstyle that you're gonna want to take out in a month or 2-3 weeks, you might be tired of it. I know some folks who like to change their hair every 2 weeks. If I can pay $100, if I can pay $75, if I can pay $65, I'm gonna do that. With nails, it grows out. Even if you get the most bedazzled, jazzy nails, and it's $120 extra long, whatever you like, right? In 2 weeks, you're gonna need a fill. I typically pay no more than $60. My fill-in was $43 today. I'm just very frugal with money management because I've had to struggle before. And so it's like, when it comes to stuff, if I can look cute, if I can get it done for less, I'm gonna do that. If I can coupon and spend less on the groceries, I'm gonna do that. Why am I giving these folks extra money for things that's not worth it? If they got a sale, I'm gonna get the sale. Like, I don't know. And I hope that it's just because of where I've been and why, you know, the things I've experienced is that made me that way. But I feel like even when I become a person that makes more than 6 figures, or makes 6 figures, you know, I'm close. I'm trying to get there. I'm not there, but I feel like I'm close. You feel me? I'm still gonna be frugal because that's how you maintain the wealth. That's how you save. That's how you invest. That's how you put it back into your kids and stuff. Not spending money on stuff that you don't need, stuff you're not gonna care about, stuff that's not gonna matter if you die tomorrow. Like, come on. Not to say, like, really getting your hair and nails done, none of that really matters if you die tomorrow, but I'm just saying, like, we gotta start spending where it matters. And for me, I wanna start spending more on travel and meaningful memories. So that's why I'm always budgeting. That's why I'm always doing stuff. But sometimes you get burned out because you feel like you being the responsible one all the time. You're always thinking about a budget. You always think about a discount. You always thinking about, like, how you can save and do different things to keep stuff within a certain amount. And I can't wait for the day where income is so much higher than expenses that I don't really have to even stress about it. People who make 6 figures, people who bring in, you know, $10,000 a month or more, you know what I'm talking about. Your expenses may be $5,000 a month. If you bring it in $10,000 a month, you're not really stressed over it. But like, if you bring it in less than $5K a month and your bills are, let's say, more than $2K, more than $3K, then you gotta micromanage your budget a little bit more tighter than somebody who makes that 6 figures and you living within your means. Now, I'm not talking about folks who make 6 figures and they want to spend close to 6 figures. That's stupid. But I'm talking about people who, you might have that $300,000, $400,000 house, you got the car, and you living within your means. You're not trying to overdo it. Like, you're not stressing. And that's where I want to be. I want to be at a point where I make so much a month, I make so much a year, whether it's through full-time, content creation, both, businesses that I want to start, things that I want to do, that I don't got to even think about, like, oh, shoot, I spent the extra $100 at the store. It's like, okay, I spent the extra $100 at the store. I'm aware, but it ain't a stressor. I'm not paycheck to paycheck. And that's why I've been pushing myself to budget, because the last few months, I've been planning for travel. And so I've been practicing budgeting and living within my means and trying to have money from the previous check left when I get the next check. And that's a good feeling, because it's like you got extra on top of what you just received. So you're not like, dang, I'm down to $3 and I can't wait until Friday. Like, that's a good feeling. But now I'm ready for it to be that, plus I got money coming in, I got money over here, money over there, passive income, active income, money from my full-time work, whatever that looks like, right? But then I'm just like, you know, my bills are 25% of my income, not 60% of the income or 70% of the income. And for those of y'all who are in the same situation, you know what I'm talking about. Some of us, your bills are 80% and 20% is left for you to do something for you. And that's real tight, especially if you're trying to save and have emergency nest. I'm very grateful because I do have savings. I do have an emergency nest. I do have YouTube paying me, and I have my 9 to 5, and I have my little side hustles. But I just, like I be telling y'all, I want and see so much more. I see people doing so much less and they're getting so much more. So I feel like God is going to give me that opportunity at some point, because I'm doing something more. I'm pouring into people. I'm being a good person. I'm sharing my life. I'm, you know, giving God his credit wherever I can. And it's just like, And whenever that breakthrough does come, I'm gonna so appreciate that season. And that's why I'm also trying to be more appreciative now. Because sometimes when you're not where you want to be, you get so caught up in that you forget that, hey, a few months ago you weren't doing this good. A few years ago you weren't doing this good. Look at where you were 5 years ago and look at where you are now. You have come far, and you need to celebrate that. Don't get so caught up in where you're not that you forget to see where you are, because that is a distraction that you don't need to necessarily focus on. Yes, focus on your goal, but don't focus on the, whoa me, I'm not there yet. You know, with that, I'm finna head home. I'll see you guys later. I need to eat some food.